Sony, the official high-definition television of NASCAR on TNT, takes your NASCAR experience to another level with Sony Full HD 1080, the world's most powerful HD experience. We're under caution because of something Greg Biffle experienced. Into the wall with a little help from behind.
Yeah, Casey Mears had a good run on him, and he just basically misjudged this move. I think he went down to go to the left and pass him, and he just tagged him and turned Greg right into the wall.
So Biffle has taken his car back to the garage. On board with Jeff Burton looking back at it.
Also looked like Greg may have been coming back up in front of the 42, and 42 probably thought he had a little bit of room to maybe pass him on the outside.
Pit road is open and a number of cars have come down. We'll outline their strategy when we come back. Still working caution here at Michigan. Sunoco, the official fuel of NASCAR, has teamed up with Orange County Choppers to benefit the Victory Junction Gang Camp. If you'd like a chance to win the Sunoco Orange County Chopper Benefit Bike, log on to victoryjunction.org and look for the Victory Junction Gang Camp sweepstakes, or you can pick up entry materials at any of Sunoco's participating retail locations. That's a lot of stuff. Casey Mears.
Yeah, they got I think they lost a wheel. They got a wheel that got away from them.
Still got some damage.
Yeah, there he goes. Ah!
Gonna want that back. Top 7 drivers did not pit. Mears gave up 8th place to come in, and a number of other guys did as well.
And I think Mears had to go to the back because of that, losing that wheel.
Also did the extra work. And for these guys that pitted, it probably puts them in a fuel window that will get them to the halfway mark. We'll see how that plays out. Mark Martin looking under Matt Kenseth for second as they chase Kurt Busch.
And I know Kurt Busch would like to get as much distance as he can between him and everybody else, because his car is loose right now, and it just makes it worse for him if there's other cars running around him. He's got a pretty good restart. He's got about 6 or 7 car lengths in between him and Kenseth right now.
Casey Mears restarted outside of the top 40. Alan, what are you working on?
Kevin Harvick, who slipped back just a little bit here on the restart, Bill, he says his car kind of fighting both ends of it. He's got not enough rear grip getting into the corner and not enough front grip getting off, so he's kind of got it bad both ways, huh?
Yes.
Okay, you don't want to be loose in at Michigan. You're carrying so much speed into these corners, and you're actually turning the steering wheel as you're turning the steering wheel when you go into the corner, but you're also still on the throttle. So if you're loose in, it's pretty scary.
The guys that did pit came out around 18th or 19th. We'll watch the race and check back in the garage area.
Bill, Greg Biffle looking over what's left of his number 16 Ford Fusion. Now, Greg, early in the race, should the 42 have eased out of the throttle to let you in, or maybe should you have held your position more?
Well, I don't know. I have to go back and look at the replay and see exactly where it was at. When I looked in the mirror the last time I saw the 42, it didn't appear that he had room to try and make the pass on the outside. It's weird that 29 waved me by on the inside, and I got beside him, and then he kind of drove back up beside me coming off of 4 there. So I lost my momentum a little bit, but definitely I don't think there was any give and take, out there in lap 7. But we'll see if we can't get it back together and get back out there and make a few more laps.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Matt. Steve Wallace was the lucky dog. He runs in the 42nd position, 1 lap down. Casey Mears has worked his way back up to 33rd. There's Harvick, Stewart in the 33. That's Robbie Gordon behind them in the 88 car.
Looks like Kenseth's caught up with Kurt Busch. He's going to try to take the lead away. I just think Kurt Busch's car right now is just a little bit too loose still. I think he's hoping it's going to go tight, but it hasn't yet.
So Matt Kenseth back into the lead. And Mark Martin's just hanging around there in that 3rd spot with Carl Edwards right behind him. And those guys racing around Kurt know how loose his car is just from watching it.
Yeah, and if you're racing him, actually what you want to do is you want to make his car looser. That's how you can pass him. So
Try and make him as busy as possible. Matt Kenseth around Kurt Busch for the lead at Michigan. Working our second caution period of the race, Wally.
Yeah, let's watch that car right there. Michael Waltrip gets a little bit loose in 4. Doesn't tag anything, but he's got some flat tires he's got to fix.
Pit stops, Matt.
Mark Martin slides to his stop, Bill, but hits his marks perfectly. Small track bar adjustment. His car started on the free side, went to the tight side. Dave, they're trying to free him up again.
Matt Kenseth's car is too free. They make a chassis adjustment and an air pressure adjustment. They will change 4 tires at the top of your screen. Send Matt back out. He gave up the lead to make these changes. Marty.
Carl Edwards running third on the bottom of your screen, Dave, says when he hits the gas, he has no rear grip. Quarter round of wedge in the left rear. 4 tires for Carl. They're not going to win the race off pit road. Clint Boyer with a little strategy does that.
And this really is going to shuffle the running order. The sneaky battle off of pit road. Michael Waltrip bringing out the caution. Will reset the field when we come back to Michigan. Well, things have gotten a little wacky here at Michigan. Take a look at the freecreditreport.com pit summary. You see Matt Kenseth out 11th, Kurt Busch out 10th, Carl Edwards out 9th. The pace car goes to pit road. They put the green flag in the air. The top 7 cars did not pit under this yellow. 21-year-old Cale Gale is the race leader. The guys that stayed out pitted on lap 12. Fuel only for Clint Boyer. After taking tires on the earlier pit stop, they get racy behind the leaders, and Sorensen wants the lead.
See that yellow car shooting up the middle of the pack. Kurt Busch, he had a heck of a run going.
Reed Sorensen around Cale Gale, who was born on March 5th, 1985, 21 years old.
Man, that 39 car is flying. He's going to probably be leading this thing in about another lap.
Busch on the inside. Mears to second. Now Mears thinking about the lead, and that's the draft helping out there.
Takes a look on the bottom.
Boston South.
59.
Stacy Compton has hit the wall. Caution number 3.
Are we wrecked bad or not? Right rear, gonna need a little work.
And the front might need a little work.
I'd kind of say bad on that one.
Set of tires.
And a really big hammer. Let's go back and see if we can find out what happened. Watch the right side of your screen.
Man, that was weird.
Whoa. He was all by himself.
All by himself, but it didn't even look like he was really up to full speed.
So Stacy Compton heads for the garage. A lot of work on that car under our 3rd caution of the afternoon. The Carfax 250 from Michigan on TNT is brought to you by Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. Eating good in the neighborhood, Applebee's. By Wrangler, makers of Wrangler's Jeans Company. New fits, new comfort, new styles. And by Harley Davidson. It's time to ride. Good crowd here at Michigan on a Saturday afternoon, and it's almost time to go back to green. Reed Sorensen and Casey Mears were warned by NASCAR to slow down when the caution comes out. Michael Waltrip had to restart previously at the tail end of the longest line for pitting too soon. No lucky dog on this caution. Stephen Wallace has gotten it twice. He is back on the lead lap in the 36th position. Sorensen, Mears, Cale Gale, Kurt Busch, and Jeff Green, and watch the 39 car.
Kurt Busch, I thought, was going to lead this race before the lap was complete, but Cale Gale did not get a very good restart, and Busch had to wait because he couldn't pass him on the right.
But here he comes.
But he's coming pretty fast.
Sorensen, Mears, then Busch. Headed for turn 3. Casey looking to the inside.
A little bit loose down there. You see the car bobble a little bit. 39's not bobbling right now.
So now can Kirk get him before they get around next time?
I think he will. Takes it to the bottom. Well, Mears takes a look at the top side. Well, I thought he was going to pull that pass off. Kurt Busch didn't get underneath Casey Mears.
Sorensen drops down low.
Casey Mears takes the top spot. Kurt Busch is going to take second from Sorensen.
Last time we saw Casey Mears on the oval, winner at Chicagoland, leads that lap, but a fast car right on his bumper. Kurt Busch looking down low. Now down the backstretch. Falls in behind Mears.
I think Mears' car is a little bit loose too. The car bobbled a little bit in 1 and 2.
Kurt's car looks better.
Yeah, Kurt looks a little better, and he's using just about every line on the racetrack so far that you can. I mean, he's been all over the place searching. I thought he'd get that 42 car a little bit quicker. So Casey Mears is running pretty good right now.
There's Matt Kenseth, Jeff Burton, Jeff Green. Now back up front.
Just can't pull that pass off. He can get down on the low side, but he needs all the racetrack coming off the corner. He just doesn't have enough right now to get him on the bottom, so he's going to take a look at the top. Now, if he can get a good run here, he might be able to make the pass down the straightaway.
Pulls up behind him. And content to stay there for now.
Oh. Goes down the bumps to see, but he just can't seem to clear him right there. That's where the 42 car will pull back in front.
Dave, he's working awful hard out there.
Bill, we saw how the 39 car was loose earlier today when they did stop on the second caution period, and they've only stopped one time. They lowered the track bar on that car. That changes the rear end of the car, helps it not be quite so apt to spin out when he puts wheel to it. Now Kurt's got the lead from Mears.
And the question is now, how good is the 39 car going to be running out front?
In front of him. The 42 will get right back behind him now. That time, too, Kurt looked like he was a little bit loose coming off turn 4.
And now he goes high down there.
Yeah, I think what he probably should do is look in the mirror, and wherever the 42 goes, he needs to go the opposite place just to keep the 42 off his rear bumper. They've got a pretty good lead now on 3rd and 4th, 5th place. Reed Sorensen is about a second and a half back of the leader. Mark Martin taking a look under Cale Gale. That would be for the 4th spot. And there's Carl Edwards with him.
And a good run for Cale Gale in that one car early in the race. Just 33 laps in, but running right there with Mark Martin and Carl Edwards. See the big rookie stripe on the bumper of the one car? Martin, then Gale and Edwards looking to the inside. Up front, Kurt Busch continues to lead Casey Mears and Reed Sorensen after 34 laps at Michigan.